All right, sniper rifle. Hello, Billy Bald Balls. First time, long time, yada, yada, yada. I'm writing in about your prompt for badass items that you own for which you have no right to own. I own a 1943 Mosin Nagant, Nagant, Russian sniper rifle. Wow. It is a 5-shot bolt-action rifle developed in 1891. These guns are so badass that they are still used to this day. There have been photos of them being used in the war in the Ukraine. Wow, I wonder how many bodies that one has on it. 1943. That probably went right to the front. Probably shot some Germans. The reason I own this spectacle of human engineering is because of my odd job, which I think you get a kick out of. I'm a Twitch streamer / pro video game player. Pro video gamer, sorry. I know what a video gamer is. I don't know what a Twitch streamer is. Besides the obvious, you smoke some meth and fucking do a Zoom call. Sorry. I play a zombie survival video game while anywhere between 400 and 700 viewers watch and chat along with me. In this game, you can loot, grow food, hunt animals, team up with other players, rob other players, etc. I once even killed another survivor by stealing all of his blood with blood bags until he fell unconscious and eventually died. It's an interesting game. Jesus Christ, but don't fucking do a joke about feminism. In this game, my favorite gun is the Mosin Nagant. So when a viewer offered to sell me his, I jumped at the offer. This makes sense to me. It's a fun gun to shoot at the range, but it's mostly a collector's item hanging on my wall above my PC. I'd be nervous in some states to bring that to a gun range. God, our sales are fucking Russian. Let's see, the picture of the Mosin and PC. All right, I'm going to take a look at this. Open the link. Oh, dude, that's a beautiful, badass gun, man. I 100% appreciate that. And you hang it above your screen when you're fucking doing that, then you got the real thing above you. I think that's sick. I think you 100% deserve to own that thing. Dare I say it's beautiful. Good for you, sir. Once, while shooting at the range, at least you go to the gun range with it, I joke with a friend about my poor shooting, saying, well, I do make a living shooting this gun in video games, which the range supervisor overheard. I don't think I've ever seen someone so confused in my life. You might find yourself wondering, how the fuck can this nerd make a living playing video games while people watch? To which I respond, how the hell does Billy Thespian make a living talking to himself in a room while Googling the news and calling his listeners cunts? Well, touche. You thought I was getting... No, my godson, one of his favorite shows to watch is watching this kid on YouTube playing this video game, just kicking ass doing it. I mean, as weird as that sounds to my generation, though, we used to go down back in the day, if there was somebody like just unbeatable at Pac-Man or Asteroids, people would gather around the video machine and watch them. I never did that shit, but I used to watch it on the news, and I used to hear stories like, yeah, he gets so many free guys. If you're standing there, he lets you play while he goes to lunch, and then he comes back. The guy played for like 9 straight hours. Once you beat it so many times, half the screen goes black, like that shit. I think you deserve that gun, man. I think that's cool as shit. Badass thing I own, but not made for me. Hey, insert funny insult here. I'm not creative, sorry. But you're honest. You are honest, and that's great. Last podcast, you were talking about badass things you own, but that you secretly know weren't made for you. I have a dirt bike that I know was definitely not made for me. Dirt bike, that's a badass thing to have. I'm 26 and live in Norway. When I was 19, I decided I was going to trade in my then almost brand new dirt bike for this piece of junk 30-year-old dirt bike. Why? Well, because for some reason, I had to get myself a 2-stroke. So for those of you who don't know what a 2-stroke is, that's basically, every time the piston comes up in the cylinder, the spark plug fires and sends it down, and then it comes back up. One, up, bang. Down, bang, down, bang. As opposed to a four-banger where it spark plug fires, it goes down, comes up, comes down, goes back up, fires again. Basically 2 strokes. I don't know if environmentalists didn't like them. They were burning like twice as much fuel, obviously, I think, or burning more fuel, and they were bad for the environment. But everybody I know that rides bikes says as loud as they are and shit, they're awesome because they have like this fucking jump to them. So anyway, I ended up with a neglected and worn down KX 500. Back in the day, the 500cc 2-strokes were the top class in motocross and just about anything else dirt bike related. Basically, I spent way too much buying this bike, and I spent an even more insane amount of money just restoring it in a shed on my parents' property. Dude, this all sounds like badass shit. You bought an old bike, and now you're fixing it up? Anyway, when I show up at the local track, everyone looks at the bike like, holy shit, it's a 500. Then when I actually ride it, they're like, holy shit, this guy sucks. Oh. Well, you're the mechanic. All you have to say to them is, did you build your fucking bike? I restored this thing, okay? Maybe I'd ride better, too, if somebody gave me one that was already built. All right, you blonde dirt bike driving cunt, whatever the fuck you say in Norway. But honestly, I don't care. The reason I wanted a 2-stroke was because I think they're more fun and I'm having fun. And when I'm riding my 500, and why should I care what everyone else thinks? You shouldn't. I remember vaguely something about you asking for advice on dirt bikes, particularly 2-strokes versus 4-strokes. Neither of those matters. At the end of the day, they both require regular maintenance, and the better care you take of your bike, the longer it lasts. The only thing that matters when buying a dirt bike is ergonomics. Get a bike that fits your size and then replace the springs with springs that fit your weight. Look at this guy. He's a gearhead. This is great. By the way, I hope that you make it back to Norway soon. I loved your show in 2019, especially the one story you had about the Icelandic lady that asked you to push her down a hill. I was in Norway in 2019? I guess I did. I did a run up there. Yeah, the Icelandic lady asked me to roll her down the hill. I remember that. Fucking weirdo, man. Anyway, we're getting up against it here. I actually was on the Ducati website the other night. I want to buy a Ducati, buy like a street bike, then just ride it around the little fucking airport where I, fly helicopters and shit. And I'll just be safe there, It's just too, it's too cool a thing to not do. I just don't want to get killed, So I basically don't have the balls to do it. But so if I did that, that would literally be a thing I shouldn't own. But at some point in my life, I do want to ride a Harley Road King on the street, and I also want to ride a Ducati at some point. I just rode for so little in my life, I'd be afraid to get on a bike of that stature and fuck it up. Not even myself. I mean, just do something stupid and fucking, I don't know what. But I definitely miss it. I got a little four-wheeler I bomb around on every once in a while. All right, underrated/overrated. Underrated, yogurt, granola, and honey for breakfast. I've been on this kick since I came back from vacation. I no longer eat a blueberry muffin and coffee every morning. Yeah, dude, that's going to kill you. When lunch comes around, I'm less hungry, and I've lost 15 pounds in 3 months. I look great and can see my dick again, almost. Oh, that's great. Also, I haven't had the stomach problems I was having. I think you should have some to help heal your raging gut. I'm tired of looking around my office at all these fat fucks and feeling good about myself because I'm not fat, just out of shape. I fucking hate sloth-like atmosphere. I hate the sloth-like atmosphere I'm in every day. All right. Oh, I thought you'd have an overrated. Yeah, underrated. You got to get the Greek yogurt without all the sugar and all of that shit. Yeah, it's great for you. Probiotics, from what I heard. I've never heard of a probiotic until the other day, so I'm not going to lie to you. All right, and with that is the Monday Morning Podcast Slider edition. I hope you guys have a wonderful couple of days. Go fuck yourselves, and I will check in on ya on Thursday. We're getting down to it, man. I only got 2 more weeks left shooting the movie, and then I'll be back to full scheduled podcast, regularly scheduled podcast. All right? That's it. I'll see you.